Hello, hello. All right. Double checking sound. Let's refresh. All right, let's have a look. All right, I think that's all set up now. All right, perfect. Okie dokie, let's get to it. All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to this Super X Beginner Guide live stream. All right, my name's Amy, and I'm really glad to have everyone here. So, if you're completely new to crypto, do not worry. This session is designed for you guys. So, I'm going to try my best to keep everything simple, but that's not going to be too hard for me because I myself am actually still quite new to crypto, so I speak in very simple terminology. So if this is your first time, this is my earlier time in my crypto experience, so I hope you guys get to enjoy it. Today we're going to go through like the basics of using Super X from start to finish. This includes like how to deposit funds, withdraw funds, and how to do simple trading on both spot and futures. All right, so I'm going to take you guys through the website as well so you guys can slowly understand how to navigate everything on this platform. All right, so as you can see, I've got the website up here so you guys will be able to have a look. I already have an account with SuperX, so it'll be a slightly different process than when you guys do it yourself. All right, let me just get my screens all good and ready. All right, so my mouse is here. So as you guys can see that I already have an account here. And I think I'm already logged in. Yes, I have. Okay, so to start us off with, before we even get into our accounts, I'm going to do a little bit of explanation. This is going to be about cryptocurrency, okay? So it's a digital money that exists online and it isn't controlled by like a bank or government. Instead, it's run on like blockchain technology, and then that's how everyone can send and receive their funds. So some common examples are Bitcoin, Ethereum, USDT. Bitcoin's often seen as like digital gold, whereas Ethereum powers applications, and USDT is a stable coin that stays close to one of the US dollar. So that makes it really easy when you're trying to figure out how everything is. Alrighty, just making sure everything is working smoothly for you guys today, because this is my first live stream for Super X, so I'm gonna take things a little bit slower and we're gonna figure them out slowly together. So if you guys have any questions, let me know. I am also learning in this process, so if I can't answer you, hopefully we can figure out the answer together. Alrighty, so on SuperX, there are three main things that we get to do. We get to first deposit crypto into your account, second, buy and sell crypto using spot trading, and third, trade price movements using features where you get to use leverage. Okay, so a simple way to understand this is like spot trading is like buying and holding an asset, while future trading is about predicting whether the price will go up or down without actually owning the coin. All right, but don't worry, we'll go step by step through it. So if everything's new, it's new to me. We're figuring this out together. Okay, let's have a look at account setup and security. So if you guys want to set up your account right now, feel free to do so. I can actually send you the link to set it up in the comments down below. All right, bear with me one second, guys. Alrighty, if you guys want to set up your own account, I've just sent through in the comments down below SuperX's website where you guys can register for your own account. So you sign up by using your email, phone number, and make sure when you're doing that, you guys create a really strong password, just because this is dealing with funds and you want to make sure it is safe and secure as possible. Okay, next you get to enable a two-factor authentication in your settings, and that just adds like a little bit extra security, which is really good. And just as a thumb note that you guys always need to remember is do not share your details with anyone. Like your password, no, that's just for you and you alone, okay? Once you guys have set all of that up, you guys are ready to deposit your funds. Okay, let's have a look at deposits. So once you're on that main page here, you guys can click deposit. Let's hope my internet keeps it going smoothly. Okay, so it's honestly, the website makes it all pretty self-explanatory. Once we've clicked on deposit, which you could click on the main page as well as up at the top here. It then says copy deposit address, initiate deposit, network confirmation, and successful deposit. It is really that simple. So just choose which currency you guys are going with. Right now, I think I only have USDT in my account, so that would be the only one that I'd be able to do. And then make sure you guys choose the correct network. I have heard in the past, all right, sorry, I was just getting a message. I was just making sure. All right, so make sure when we are on here choosing the network, you choose the right one. It's super, super important, guys, because if you don't choose the correct one, this would then lead to you losing your funds, and that is just a whole nother conundrum. So for example, for this one, if I'm using USDT, I'm then gonna click, I don't know, be it Binance Smart Chain, and then that is then our code. So depending on what network you are using, that code is then going to differ. So that's my Binance Smart Chain. So if I use Tron this time, you see it does change between each one. So just make sure you guys use the correct one, or else that money could get lost. All right, and then minimum deposit amount, it just shows you how much. Expected arrival, 2-block confirmation, sweet. It's all pretty straightforward when it comes to deposit. It's as plain as day as what we do on the website. Copy deposit address, initiate deposit, network confirmation, successful deposit. Super, super important. I sound like a broken record because I repeat myself a whole bunch, but just make sure that the network and your deposit address is always correct, okay? If something like that gets lost during the process, that's not your best situation. So when you guys are depositing, that is super important. All right, and now a bit of an example for withdrawal of funds. I'm not going to be doing any of it right now because I don't really have much in my accounts, but that is all good. All right, so when I click, so we can go deposit or withdrawal up here. So let's try. So currently in my account, you can have a look. I'm rolling in it right now. I have 15 equivalent of 15 USD. Not a crazy amount, but a healthy amount. So if I want to click withdraw next. Okay, so security verification, your account security level is low, so please turn on additional security authentication methods. That's just because I've not had my account open for very long. You guys can go through SMS authentication or authenticator recommended. I, for the time being, of the purpose of this live stream, I'm just gonna continue on and see how we go. Alrighty, so with our here, we're going to click main market, just like our previous one for deposit. It is really straightforward. Bear with me 1 second. I just wanted to make sure we clicked on the right one. All right, yeah. Okay, so initiate withdrawal. Oh, I just realized it went back to the other one. All right, so for the free market, as I was saying before, we go copy deposit address, initiate deposit, network confirmation, successful deposit. And just make sure you guys are choosing your currency. So right now I have it clicked on Solana. You can go to any one that you want and then choose your network transfer. That one's currently inactive, so I am not able to deposit right now, but that is how the kind of process that you guys would go through for that. So if you guys do have any questions in the comments below, don't forget to let me know. Remember, we are learning together throughout this process, so If things aren't as clear right now, hopefully they get a little bit clearer once you guys have your web page up as well. Alrighty, let's move on. So withdrawal of funds, we weren't able to go through that whole process because I have not done my authentication just yet. But once that has been done, that I could show you guys, but just a bit of a brief knowledge before I exit out of that window. You choose your currency, you choose on-chain or internal, depending on which one you guys want, and then you use a new address or based on your address book. It's really straightforward. The prompts are great. I do recommend, as always, is you just make sure that your codes and your addresses and everything is as clear as day and you have it all written down perfectly, because if you don't have that, you will then lose your funds, and that is not something any of us really want to be going through. But yes, so just review all the details before you guys click anything, and then after a few minutes, your funds will arrive at your destination wallet, which is super smooth, and I love that. All right, let's have a look at spot trading. Let's just go back to our main page here. Okay, so for spot trading, we go up the top here, spot under trade, okay? All right, so this is kind of like the simplest way. Oh, bear with me 1 second. I was like, did the page load? Yes. All right, so this is one of the simplest ways to trade crypto. Spot trading kind of means you're directly buying and selling assets. For example, if you buy Bitcoin, you own it. So if you go to the spot section and choose trading, like, you can choose whichever one you want. So this one's under BTC USDT. This means you're trading Bitcoin against USDT. And then if you want to buy, just click buy over here. And then if you want to sell, if you have any, you can click sell. So that one makes it really straightforward. The website is making it as clear as day for anyone who is new to this platform, as I am myself. So it's pretty self-explanatory, but we are doing these live streams as well if anyone has an interest in wanting to check it out a little bit further. So just make sure that you guys have a look of how much you want. Then I'll show you how much the total USD is. And then if you guys want to go onto limit. So limit's kind of when you want to buy or sell something at a specific price or wait until that happens. I, for the time being, have not tried that yet because it's a little bit intimidating because it happens, you're giving it like a pre-approval. But yes, so there are two main order types. So like on our market order, it allows you to buy and sell instantly at the current price, as that's what I was saying. But the limit order lets you set your own price and wait for the market to reach that. Does that kind of make sense? And once the order is placed, you can track it in your order history. So spot trading is like really beginner friendly and it doesn't involve leverage. So even though if you feel a bit intimidated by this page itself, that's just showing how everything has changed over the time. And then you guys can have a look at a couple different other ones. So if you want to do it, Dodge to UST, let's click you. You see how the numbers are 24-hour turnover, everything's constantly changing, and then this is kind of like the time following the growth and everything of our numbers here. Alrighty, so future trading. Okay, future trading is a little bit different. Let's just go on to futures. Make sure all my pages are opening for you guys. Okay, so for future lets you trade price movements without owning the asset, and you can like use leverage to open larger positions and smaller capital. In futures, you can go like long if you expect the price to rise, or short if you expect it to fall. For example, long means you're betting Bitcoin and it'll go up. Short means you expect it to go down. So before trading, transfer your funds from spot wallet to your futures wallet. Then choose a trading pair, set your leverage, and open your position. So futures trading is a higher risk, so always use stop less and only trade with what you can afford to lose for beginners. So start really small when you're using that. I have not tried it out myself, but who knows, maybe by the next live stream we can give that a go. Baby steps, right? We don't want to rush into it too much. But as you guys can see, a lot of our website is quite self-explanatory. I find it incredibly user-friendly just because it doesn't allow you to do something and make a mistake. As long as you guys are paying attention to all those numbers for our transfer addresses, for your deposits and withdrawals. Those are the most important things that I would recommend you guys pay attention to, because I have seen in the past people have said that they're worried that they weren't able to get their money back because they were sending it to the wrong place. Once that happens, that's, as I said, a whole nother issue that is really hard to kind of solve. So make sure that you guys are always paying attention on that portion of it. But yeah, so I definitely feel like SuperX allows for user-friendly usage. It does need a little bit of patience because, as I said, this page can be a little bit intimidating. I understand that. It's taken me some time to feel comfortable to make deposits and withdrawal, just because it feels very real to me. But hopefully you guys, if you have any questions, send it through on any of our platforms. Our customer service is great as well, so that's lovely to see. All right, let's have a look. Bum, bum, bum. Don't worry, guys, it is like a first live stream, so I don't expect any like comments to be coming in, because we are taking this really slowly and learning every step of the way. So honestly, no stress. I just do want to give you guys a little bit of more information on SuperX before we can just like chat and keep going. But I just want you guys to remember that this is a crypto trading is something for you to learn step by step, and it's not something that you guys really want to rush into because it can be a bit intimidating. So I recommend that you guys start small, take your time, understand how the platform works, and practice before going into like larger trades, because remember, this is dealing with real money. It's not just monopoly money or something like that. So you guys want to make sure you are aware of what you're doing, understanding the process every step of the way before you go all guns a-raising, right? So yeah, just it's better to begin with like spot trading before moving on to futures. And that's why I've not done anything on futures, because I still am trying to understand it a little bit more and make it a little bit clearer for me. But yeah, we're taking it step by step together throughout this process. So I hope you guys listen to that advice and just don't jump into it guns a-blazing, okay? Allow yourself to enjoy the process. Go into spot trading first. Take it slow. Make sure you understand the process of depositing and withdrawing before you do any big ones. Sometimes people like to be like, oh, I've got all this much, let's just go straight into it. No, start with small numbers so you understand the process of everything, and it then gets a lot smoother as you go on. But yeah, let's have a little look. So remember, spot trading is where I always recommend that we stay. You can see all my little windows open. I can actually close them up because I'm not going to go do futures today because they still intimidate me. All right. So I'm currently only have 15 USDT available to do anything in the process of withdrawing and depositing. So I'm not going to be playing with that too much. But if you guys have any questions, feel free to send them through in the comments down below. And if I myself cannot answer anything, that's totally fine, because I can then reach out to a colleague who can help us out a little bit more. I am happy that I was able to get all this started. I was stressing out with the setup of everything. It's been a minute since I've done a live stream. So let alone doing one about cryptocurrency, which is still quite a new concept to me. But I was really excited to kind of just try it and go along with everyone and see how it felt. Yeah, so I'm really proud of myself for throwing myself into this, because I think especially, I don't want to be like sexist here, but they always say like women don't understand these things, but it's also people didn't teach us in school. They focused on other things. And I think it would be really cool that, who knows, I haven't been to school in a while, since it's been a while since I've been at uni. But I feel like hopefully in high school, they can start teaching kids a little bit more awareness of the new generation of, be it AI, be it cryptocurrency, just ways to send, receive money. Like, these are actual life skills that I think would be really cool if people taught at school. So I am proud of myself for, in my 30s now, teaching myself how to navigate all of this, because it is really intimidating, but I think it is an important thing to stay up with the times. Hey, times are changing, honestly, with AI nowadays. It's an interesting experience, that's for sure. So baby steps, but it's kind of cool to be allowing myself to go and learn new things along the way. But yeah. All right. Let's just have a look at some of these numbers and see how we go with this. Remember, I am still trying to understand this myself. There's no 100% knowledge of this. This is a learning step for myself as well. Yeah, the buy and sell is pretty straightforward. And then the limit, I myself am not going to go into limits just yet because I think that's would stress me out a little bit, just trying to put an exact price on for that. But I think market will be a lot easier for me to like go into and understand. Press and hold this button to maintain the chart while zooming. All right, so we've got our order history. As you guys can see, I've not done any, but today is a great day to start. I'll probably try give it a go after the live stream and just see if I can kind of understand what is happening. But yeah, if you guys have any questions as well, if you guys want to sign up for it, I'm happy to resend that that link through. There we go. So remember, this is not like a advertisement to be like, oh, spend money. No, it's not. It's honestly, it's just a cryptocurrency way of staying up with the times. Remember, it's not governed by a bank or a government or anything. Super X is a platform that you're able to deposit funds into, send them around, and also buy and sell. So it's a really cool process. It is intimidating if you've not done it in the past. I myself still find it a bit intimidating, but I kind of want to take control of my funds and see where it takes me, right? So like, as I was showing you before, like I legit have $15 in here. Start small. Why start big when you can do small and just learn with little money? I don't really want to put in a whole bunch of money and learn and fail and then feel discouraged. Whereas if I put a small amount in, I can then kind of take my time and learn throughout the way. Alrighty. But yeah, as you can see, I'm not gonna put any more in than 15. I think 15 is a great time for me. Like, I'm not gonna do it during the live stream because it would probably stress me out even more. Even though it's only 15 USD, it's kind of like when you're at the casino or something and you're just like putting a little bit down. You want to have your full attention. So for the first live stream, I'm definitely not gonna do any trades in the live stream, but I will do it afterwards. So hopefully by the next live stream, I'll have a better understanding of how all of this works. But yeah, if you guys do have any questions, feel free to write them down below. I know it's going to be a very quiet live stream today because this is not a typical live stream that everyone wants to jump in and have a look at, but that's totally fine. I think it's an interesting topic that everyone should be exposed to at one point. And if today's not your day, that's all good. There are future days, tomorrow, the day after that. Who knows? But yeah, so definitely put in small, go from there and see how you go. Like, just to understand the website and make sure you don't lose anything along the way. I would feel really gutted if you guys after this live stream went in and put like 2K in or something. I'm like, no, please no. Start small. Also, super random, but I bought myself a Stanley Cup the other day. I'd never owned a Stanley Cup before. And did not understand the hype because it was just all about aesthetic vibes and everything. And I was like, oh, let's just give it a try. And I bought this one. And then when I went to the shop, they said I could get a free engraving. No, I take that back. The reason why I bought it is I was out to dinner with a friend. I had forgotten my water bottle at home that has a straw in it that always spills. And she had her Stanley Cup. And I was like, oh, I just don't understand the hype. Like, I'm not going to bring this around everywhere. It's heavy. And then she closed her Stanley Cup, tipped it up. Honestly, I know this is not a Stanley live stream, but this was the best advertisement I needed to go buy one because it's completely spill proof. Like, nothing came out. And I was like, that very evening, I think I went and got myself one. And then during the process, they told me I could get free engraving. And I know a lot of people won't understand what image this is, but it's a cute little otter. It's one of my spirit animals, I like to say. But yeah, I found 2 images of otters that I really liked. And I've not stayed up to date with AI, but I try every so often because I don't need to use it so much for my work. And I went to AI. I think I went to Dola is the one I was using because ChatGPT asked for me to pay money and I was like, no. And I asked them to combine the 2 images of my 2 otters that I couldn't decide between. And then it created this little guy. And I think he's the absolute cutest little thing ever. So yeah, super random side note as to why I have a Stanley Cup and how I never thought I would be one of those girls who gets into a Stanley Cup, but then it happens. Hey, I never thought I was going to get into cryptocurrency, but it happens. It's one of those things that, depending on how life rolls, life is changing. I think a lot of people's jobs, they're feeling a little bit stressed with the times having AI come about. I would hope that a lot of governments maybe put regulations out that people cannot lose their job in regards to AI, but it's really hard to say. I don't know. It's scary times and people need to learn new skills, and that is why I decided to get onto Super X, because I thought it would be a good new skill to learn in this scary time of the world where I'm not sure what's happening. But I'm excited to educate myself and hopefully learn some new skills throughout the process. Yeah, it's not going to be an overnight thing of learning how to use this, that's for sure. But I do believe that I will get there. Alrighty, guys. Because we don't actually have anyone currently in my live stream, which is totally expected and normal because it's not something that we planned. It was a very last minute, run of the mill. Time zones, depending on where you are, make things a little bit harder. But I do appreciate everyone who was able to jump in, even for a second, to the live stream. And hopefully you guys can learn a little bit from my live stream. Oh, sorry. When I go up into my corner and have all my windows go up, it all disappeared. But yes, it was a bit of a different experience today. I am going to repeat myself a little bit just to make sure that you guys are understanding that this is a step-by-step process to learn about crypto trading. It's not something that you learn overnight, and I don't want you guys to rush into it. I want you guys to really start small, take time to understand how the platform works, because it can look a bit intimidating, but Super X is actually really straightforward, and I want you guys to start with smaller funds before you go into larger trades. It's also better to begin with spot trading before you move into futures, and always keep your account secure. So I just want to say thank you guys for joining today's live stream. I hope this helped you understand the basics of using Super X. And if you do have any questions, you can always reach out through any of our support platforms. You can reach out during the comment section as well, or any comments on our YouTube videos. Alrighty, I just want to say thank you guys so much. I do appreciate everyone for taking their time today and joining us. Any questions, shoot them through. Who knows, maybe we'll have a future live stream coming up shortly. We will hopefully keep you guys in the loop. All right, take care and enjoy your crypto trading. I'll catch you guys next time.